now. Throughout this presentation, if you have any questions, just put them into the chat and I'll answer them towards the end. Hopefully I'll be able to actually answer them throughout the presentation in case, you have any questions throughout the presentation, just put it in. Again, this is a camera on meeting, so it'd be really appreciated if you could turn it on. So I guess let's get started. So a little bit about me, hi, I'm Shreya. I'm the person who messaged you and emailed you about this whole situation, not situation, this presentation and this session. So yeah, and hi, nice to meet all of you. A little bit about me, I joined AI Go Learning approximately 4 years ago. Back then we were known as Thinkland, and so I've seen, the company grow, become AI Go Learning and expand, globally. Outside of AI Go Learning, I like listening to music, cooking, going to the gym. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And let's get into why all of you guys are here. So everybody can see my screen, right? Okay. So you guys all chose a reason to be here, but if you still need some convincing, AI Go Learning is a nonprofit that advocates teens teach kids. So I'm not saying that all of you here are not, even if all of you here are not teenagers, we love that you guys are interested in teaching with us. So when you're teaching, you learn to teach, and then you're also learning with the children. Some people, I've met so many teachers with us who actually learned the programming language while they're teaching the kids. So that's a good way. It's a little interaction between the teachers and the kids. You can make money. You can also earn volunteering hours. So that's another reason why you should choose AI Go Learning. And also, you don't have to create any materials to teach. You don't have to do anything extra on your side. All that we ask you to do is just follow our step-by-step procedure, and you'll be teaching very soon. We've created the curriculum, we handle the class management, we pay for the Zoom, and then we also handle the payments and everything. So you have nothing to worry about in that case. You can always visit us at aigolearning.org to get more information about us. You can visit our different chapters and, just check us out there if you haven't already. So let's get into where you'll get the training materials. All of you, once you have signed up, once you've signed up using our application form, you would have received a login info for our platform, Thinkland. We created Thinkland, so it's purely created and modified according to what we wanted in our teaching platform. So it has everything you'll ever need. And if you guys ever have any feedback for it, just let us know. So all of the some of the key things that it has on it is all of the teaching content and curriculum info. All of it is on Thinkland. We have the training courses. So just you can check that out over there. I'll show you guys in a little bit how you can do that. We have our own Scratch platform on the website. So if you're interested in teaching our Scratch plus AI course, it won't work on the Scratch.mit website. You'll have to use ours because we have it, modified to handle the AI component. And also you can directly communicate with parents through this platform. So you can just send them a message and they'll receive it as an email. So, these are some key aspects. So once you've done that, and you've signed up with the form, just immediately log into your Thinkland account so that we can make sure that you got your Thinkland account, and then also, you can access it, it works. So yeah, when you sign into Thinkland, you'll see a classroom open up, or you'll have a classroom already in your account. It's called the Start Here classroom, and basically it'll have all of the training information you need. So the courses we offer, a welcome video, and the step-by-step procedure of the training. just like to get, how many of you have logged into your ThinkLand and checked out the Start Here page? All right, 1, 2. All right, cool. So majority of you, that's good to see. Yeah, I'll just show you guys really quickly how it looks. And for those of you who have not checked it out yet. God, this is kind of annoying. Right. So you guys can see my new share, right? So basically I'm going to just log in real quick. And this is the Start Here classroom. So basically you'll get like our little welcome message. We have a video set up. This is, I got a lot of messages asking about like, what is the most updated one? We're thinking about doing a training week, maybe in May-ish now. It hasn't been planned, but basically during these training weeks, we'll have live sessions where we teach you guys how to teach the various projects that we have created. If you scroll down, we go into like how you can set up your account, create a semi-professional ThinkLand account, because majority of your students will be viewing your account, not any of the parents really. So, it should be chill. If you want, you can put your resume, but I didn't. And then join the Discord, very important. We send most of our notifications and updates, all of that is through the Discord server. So if you haven't already, please set that up and join the invite link. It's right here, so you can just click on it and it'll guide you through everything. Just you can go look through this on your own time. I'll be referring to this throughout the presentation. So that is the Start Here classroom. Okay, now we can go back to the presentation. So once you've signed up, you're going through the Start Here classroom. There are various paths you can go through while you're teaching. So you go through your training, you look through the curriculum, you do the various projects. From there, you can do your evaluation. Within the Start Here classroom, there is a Discord server link for the evaluation server. And one of us have actually created a robot or a bot where you can schedule your entire Discord server or your evaluation through the Discord server. So one of us will evaluate you. I'll go in more into the evaluation later. And then post-evaluation, you can decide whether you want to be a TA or a teacher. You can be a TA even before you do your evaluation if you'd like, but we like if you could do your evaluation first, because if we see that you've grown as a TA, we can go put you straight to a teacher, because we know that you've gotten the experience. If your evaluation was really good, you can also use that to your leverage. So after your evaluation, you can become a TA or a teacher. And then once you become a teacher, you can decide if you want to be an evaluator. So you can evaluate like future teachers and like help us expand and like have more evaluations going on at the same time. All right. So I'll go more into like the courses now. So courses, we have all of these courses available for you guys to teach. On our left-hand side, like our 000 and like our Scratch classes, Python and Java are our most popular, like our most common ones. And they're like our like fundamental, like where we originally started from. And then recently we branched into our Python and Pygame, then data structure and algorithm, C++, Arduino, HTML, CSS, and Python plus AI. So all the materials for these classes can be found in the Start Here classroom. However, the data structures and the Python plus AI course, you guys will need a key for that. And those like courses are only accessible during our training weeks. So that's why you guys probably weren't able to enter it. I know that a lot of people were asking like, how come I couldn't enter it? So we're like trying to keep the number of teachers for those courses kind of minimal, because we're not entirely sure like how it's going to go as of right now, because it's something we recently launched. So yeah, that is about our courses. Each course is designed like for each level, it's 16 hours each. So it's designed to like such that we hope that you don't run out of teaching material. These are the age categories you'll be teaching for each course. So it's like from elementary school to maybe the beginning of high school, like freshman year of high school. These are like the ages that you'll be mainly teaching. Um, as you can see, like for our Scratch classes, it's mainly elementary school kids. Python and like Java, you're entering the high school, no, yeah, high school and middle school age, and then C++ is middle school onwards. Um, so like I know it seems like they're teaching really young kids, but honestly, from what I've seen, like from my experience, these kids are like really smart. They get the idea really quick, especially if they like are interested in the topic. It'll be no issue teaching them. So that's just from my experience. I'm pretty sure all of our teachers have had different experiences, but not to worry, it's okay. So these are our most popular courses. We have 001 Scratch, just regular Scratch. Then we have our Python course and our Scratch plus AI. If any of you have any experience in these like areas, I definitely recommend you do consider doing training in this because you'll get a class much faster. And not only that, I'll also say that the more courses you are trained in, the more likely you're going to get a class and multiple classes. So does this mean that you should like, do all of them just even if you don't know the language? No, please don't do that. But you should do the ones that you're more comfortable teaching, the ones you know the most, and the ones that you think you could teach very well. All right. So that's like about our courses. Earlier I was mentioning the evaluation. And the way evaluation is like done, like I said, there's a Discord server and all of the evaluation topics can be found on the step 4 of the Start Here page. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. The way we conduct the evaluation is as though you're teaching a mini class. So your evaluator will be like acting like a student. We're pretty good actors. I've acted like a 5-year-old and I can also act like a bratty 15-year-old. So, you guys we're just trying to see like how you can handle the situation. As a teacher, you come across various experiences. So they're just trying to see how you'd react. And really the result that we have, like that we really check is your overall score. So it's on a scale of 1 to 3, 1 being the best, 3 being like, okay, maybe not the best. We have our own rubric as well. It's not solely this that determines your evaluation result. But yeah, that is like just for us to see like, okay, will they be a good fit for this age category? Like, how is it going to be? Throughout the evaluation, we write notes to see like, okay, we'll go through it later when we're trying to create classes. I'll just show you guys real quick where you can find the evaluation topics. So, all right. Okay, so here you can see like we have the Discord evaluation server. You guys can join that. I'll show you guys the various Discord servers towards the end. Then your evaluation will be about like an hour long. It's up to you whether you want it to be like 30 minutes or an hour long. Sometimes the topic you feel like there isn't much for you to do for a full hour. So that's totally okay. But I definitely recommend like the sweet spot for the evaluation is 30 minutes to an hour. And these are the topics you will be like teaching your evaluator. So for Java, we have like a project called Palindrome, and we also have a lesson on strategic coding. Python is like a calculator. So definitely before your evaluation, go through the topics and do it yourself before you actually do your evaluation, just to make sure you understand the topic and also so that you don't mess it up on the evaluation day. All right, this is some tips from an evaluator, so please do listen to me about this. So you have to complete your evaluation before you can start teaching, because it only makes sense. You can be a TA before evaluating, like I said, but it's totally okay if you do your evaluation first. We're bringing in a deadline, which is 1 month after your sign-up date. So there are special cases. I know like some high school students, they have their AP tests coming up. So I'm totally fine with that. Then we also have like college students who have like their finals and things, or who are trying to do this internship in May and June. So what I ask is that once you are done with whatever is like keeping you busy, definitely do it, like do your evaluation as soon as possible, so that when we create classes, you guys can get like the first come, first serve sort of situation. Yeah, so special cases are like college students who are doing this as a summer internship. You guys should do it like mid-May, early June at max. If you're trying to do your evaluation. High school students, I mean, you guys can do it anytime. But if you really want to make sure you can do like all of the courses evaluations, then you should do it like mid-May, June, early June. Again, if you're interested in teaching in the summer, that is. We also have had people who have teaching experience sign up to be a teacher with us. So if any of you do have that, you can submit a video of you teaching if you have one, because we can watch that and see like, okay, how does this person teach? Even if it doesn't, I mean, if it has something to do with like programming, that'd be great. But we'd like to see like that as well before, we actually give you a role as a teacher. If you don't have one, that's totally fine. We just use your evaluation and then we base it off of that. All right. So again, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat throughout the thing, throughout the presentation, and I'll go over it. So you're done with your evaluation. What's next? We have the section that I call legal mumbo jumbo, because it's a whole lot of legal stuff that is so boring, but you have to do it if you want to be a teacher who gets paid. So in this Start Here classroom, there's like a step 5 where you can submit all of your legal forms and papers. In that we ask for your passport, or like if you have a working visa in the US. If you're outside of the United States, like there's a whole different process for you guys. That's also listed in the Start Here classroom. So then we ask like for your Zelle number as well. So I'll go more into that a little bit later, but we asked for the A300 and I think a W-2 or W-4. So we ask that you fill all of that out and then submit it through this Google form. If you're a minor, so like if you're under the age of 18, you should start filling out your A300 like a couple of days before your evaluation, because it takes a little bit longer. In the A300, you have to reach out to your school, your principal, things like that, to get approval from them that you can teach with us, and that it wouldn't like affect your like being a student in school, and it wouldn't affect your grades. So yeah, you fill out part A, then you send it to like our office email address. We'll fill out part B, and then you have to do part C and D onwards, and then submit all of that through the Google form. Yeah, and then people who are over 18, you don't have to worry about the A300, just like the W-2, W-4. I have to double check for you guys, but you don't have to worry about the A300. So you're done with the legal stuff. Now you can get into like getting an actual class. So we ask that you fill out a teacher availability form, which is available on the Start Here classroom. And in this form, we ask you like, what courses can you teach? What's your availability? I can quickly show you. So yeah, these are the ones we have, like when do you want to teach? We ask you all of these things, and then we try and find a class according to your availability. Only fill out this form once you're done with your evaluation. Please don't do this before, because we'll think that you're already evaluated, and then we'll just get you in. But then if you haven't evaluated, then that's not really good. So yeah, don't do that. And then after you're done with that, you can also create a classroom on the ThinkLand platform. We have like instructions on how to do that. All of that is again on the Start Here classroom. So you can do that, but again, only do this once you're done with your evaluation. So I get a question a lot, like how many classes can I teach? There's no limit to how many classes you can teach, but this is what I will say. If you are a new teacher, like if you've never taught before in your life, start off with maybe 2 classes, because if you're trying to like earn a lot of money and by taking up more classes, you think you'll do that, it won't do you any good if you're not able to conduct a class properly, because parents won't be happy and then like students won't be happy. So then we'll have to try and either find a new teacher or it'll be like a big mess. And to prevent that, I highly recommend that if you've never taught before, start with 1 or 2 classes. But does that mean that you can't take more? No, you can definitely take more. We have one teacher, I recently found out she's actually teaching 12 classes a week. So it's like you have to see what permits your schedule and see if you can actually handle that many classes. So again, it's totally individual, like what can you handle? And we'll try and help you achieve that goal that you have of the number of classes you want to teach. So in the summer, a majority of the teachers teach multiple because they're more free, and then also like it's just more fun, I guess. So I know that last summer I taught like 4 classes a week, and they were each like 1.5 hours each. So yeah, definitely do how many ever you would like. Yeah, that's my little spiel about class assignments. And the part that I'm pretty sure everybody's been waiting for, payday, like that's the most fun part, I'd have to say. So the payday is the 19th of every month. And then we will only start the payment once you submitted all of your legal forms. So definitely get those forms in as soon as possible. The payment is for like the classes taught from the 16th of the previous month to the 15th of the current month. So if you teach like a class on the 19th itself, like, and you think that your pay isn't including that, don't worry about that. It'll do that for the next payment. So this is like the hourly rate we have. We pay based on the number of students in your class. So if you have like 8+ students, you'll get $50, maybe even more depending on like how many students you actually have. But I also have people asking like, oh, can I get like more than 8 students just so that I can get a higher hourly rate? Like I personally will have to, I have to say like you can, but you have to be like extremely good, like able to manage that many kids, that too online. And if you have to be like really like, I'm like not even joking when I say like you have to be a really strong candidate to do this. So if you don't get a class size of like 7 or 8, don't think that you're not a strong candidate. It's just that, first of all, we need to have that number of students available for at that time for your class. And it's just according to the students and how we think you'll be able to handle the class size. And just so you guys know, we can pay outside the US. So that's why we have a lot more global teachers and people from around the world. All right, so that's the payday stuff. So now that you're a teacher, now that you've submitted your like legal stuff, we have like teaching requirements. So again, start your classroom in step 5. It has all of the like checklist and things like that. So these are like some 2 main things that are required in your class. In the beginning of class, you will have to send an attendance. This is all done through Thinkland. Like when you get a class, we create a classroom for your class. Okay, I said that word too many times, but basically you'll do that and then you can submit attendance through that. And then at the end of class, you can send a class report. In that class report, you'll be saying like, oh, we did this in class today. The student did well, the student did not do well, any class notes you might have, any homework that the kids might have, you'll put all of that in that. And then that is sent out to the parents. So you're required to do this after every class for each student. And sometimes the parents will come back saying like, oh, okay, thanks, or like they'll just read it and then they just won't say anything. So don't worry if none of the parents come back to you with anything. Most of the time, like I'm assuming they're reading it, but it's okay if they don't. If you really have to contact them about an issue, you can just email them directly. Like don't send it through the class report, just to make sure that they can see it. All right. So teachers can actually choose to get volunteering hours or pay, or you can get a mixture of both. Like I know people who need it for college, they normally get both. Or if you're in high school and you're trying to get your volunteering hours done, you can just do that. You can switch if once you're done with your volunteering hours, if you want to start getting paid, you just have to resubmit that teacher working form again. As a TA, you will only receive volunteering hours, and your goal is to really just help out your teachers. I know that some of like the TAs who have been with us, they're not really happy because the teachers don't know what to do with them. So what I actually did, like I recommend that if you are a TA, talk to your teacher like about like, okay, what can you do to help out in the class? What I did, what I do with my TAs is that I have them like teach one project and I'll teach the other. So this way the TA gets experience teaching, and then it's also they can see the whole process and like planning that goes into teaching an actual lesson. So it's up to you if you're going to be a teacher and you get a TA. Talk to them, see what they'd be interested in doing. If you're a TA and you want to help out in class, talk to your teacher. All right. The main thing as a teacher and TA is to show that you care, because if you don't show that in your class, then the kids won't like act properly. I'd say like they'll just be like, my teacher doesn't care, so I don't really care. Like that's if you show that attitude, it's not going to work out well. So have fun with them. You'll feel like you're really old. Like they might be just like a couple years younger than you, but you will feel old because of the things that they say and you will have no idea what that is. So if you can't keep up with the kids, that's okay. So yeah, just have fun with them and actually do the work with them. All right. We also understand that like emergencies come up, or like you have like to change a class. So that's okay with us. But if you have to, like, make sure you let Mike know. I'll show you guys like who Mike is in a little bit, and then we'll give you a form to fill out where you can submit your class change request, and then like we'll set it up. The reason why we don't want you guys to change class too often is because it messes with the kids like learning process. So nobody will be really happy with that. While you're teaching, follow the pacing guide. We have like a whole pacing guide for each course, so that you don't run out of material, and also so that you're not lagging behind while teaching. All right. We're almost there, guys, I swear. All right. So here's some of the, like things you'll be doing as a teacher. So your schedule on the days you're teaching will be signing into the Zoom, making sure that it's working and like you're able to share your screen, your camera's working, all of that. Then we ask that you be in the Zoom and like the ThinkLand platform about 10 minutes before class. I like entered about 5 minutes before class, but it's okay. As long as you're there on time, it's okay. But just make sure that you're able to access these platforms before your class. Again, at the beginning of the class, you're going to submit your class attendance. You're going to record the class in Zoom. In your class report, you will be putting this link to the Zoom so that some parents watch it, but we mainly watch it a couple of months down the road to see if you're still like a good teacher and to make sure that there's not been any deterioration from your evaluation time. So that's mainly for us, and also just our way to make sure that class is conducted properly and normally. Class reports, we have like all of these docs on how to submit a class attendance and class report on the ThinkLand website, so you guys can check it out yourself. I can show you guys some report examples. So these report examples are like teachers who have taught with us. When we first started, like we were trying to like see like, okay, what works, what is right, what is not right. So this is considered as a bad class report because it's not really specific and it's just kind of bland in a way. So it's like referring to students or like student, like class performance, but it's like the parents want to know about their child like more in depth, like how is the child performing in class and things of that sort. Now, this is a really good class report. Does this mean that you have to write all of these and like such a long report? No, but it should have like a pretty decent amount of in-depth detail about what was done in class. So this is a Python class report where the teacher, did a quick summary about like the different things that they covered, and then they went more in depth with the class content, saying like, okay, like these are basically the class notes, I'd say. What I do with my class reports is if I'm teaching Python, I will put the like notes that we covered for the day into the class content. That way, if the students like forgot to save their work, they can just copy it and put it in there. And it's also like if parents want to see like, okay, what is my kid learning? This works. Then class performance, you can just do a quick couple of sentences about like how the student did, if they had any questions, if there was anything astonishingly that they did in class, if there was something really bad that they did in class. So you can put all of that. You can put any comments, after class requirements, things like that. So again, this is like a really intense and extensive class report. I mean, like I know the person who wrote this and he goes really in depth with it, but he like has a program that generates these headers and everything for his reports. So does this mean that you have to do this? Not at all. But if you'd like to, go ahead, knock yourself out. But yeah, so just check this out. And yeah, this is another good one. So your goal is to be like somewhere between this and like this. Stay away from this, right? So that is my little thing about the class reports. We also do evaluations. Like we don't do evaluations, my bad. We ask the teachers at the end of every session that they write an evaluation and recommendation for each student in your class. So if you think that, okay, they're done with this level of Python, I think they'd be good for the next level, or even Java, you can write that within the class report and not class report, the evaluation, and we'll ask the parents, like, would they be interested? So the whole goal is to make sure that the kids are still involved and interested in learning programming. So I can show you examples of these evaluations. Again, some of them very extensive, not asking you to write like essays, but if you like, go ahead. So this is considered as a bad student evaluation. Like it's like pretty brief and like it's just like, okay, the student wants to do this, they can go ahead and do this. This one, it breaks the student like into different categories. So like how they did in class, their attention span, like you don't have to follow these categories, but if you'd like, you can. So as you can see, the conclusion is that the effort that I see from Timmy is breathtaking. So the student is like a very good student, and they were recommended for the next level of Python. Then we have another student who didn't do too well, and so he was asked to redo the Python level. So you can see that in each evaluation, the person goes into depth and explains like how the student performed. I consider this very long, but this is a quick introduction as who the teacher is, and then how the student performed throughout the summer session. All right. So we'll remind you when it's time for you guys to do your evaluation for the next class. All right. Okay. That was pretty long. So you guys can always check your class information throughout the session that you're teaching. If you use the thinklearn.ai/myclass website. So I will quickly show you all this. I feel kind of annoyed having to switch, but it's okay. It's more fun. All right, so I'm just gonna put in my name real quick, and then I can see all of my past classes that I've taught with ThinkLand. And these two are like, or actually, I don't know where my other one went, but I'm teaching 2 classes currently at the moment. So I can see like my class calendar, like, okay, when is my next class? Like, when do I not have class? And then if I have to join the meeting from a Zoom link, all of this information is on here. So if you ever need to check when you have like days off, or if you need to change a class, you can always use this. We have like a class change request link, and if you click that here, it'll autofill everything that we know, and then we'll ask you, okay, what's the reason for you needing to change the class? So the main use of this is once you're done with your like evaluation in your teaching class. Prior to that, you don't really need it. All right. Okay. Okay, so then that's class change, right? I went into that a little bit earlier. So the main thing is that don't skip class and don't change it really frequently, because nobody will be happy. Like we won't be too happy because the parents are not happy. And our whole point is that the student and parent should be happy with what they're learning, and our teachers themselves. Again, if you have to make a class change, please do let us know and we'll work around that with you. All right, so that is about like the whole training and teaching process. We have some, like opportunities for you guys as like teachers. We have demo classes every Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're constantly trying to get new teachers to join us. Like not new teachers, new like schools to join us in as AI Go Learning. So sometimes they'll ask us to do like some demo classes so that they can see, okay, would it be good for us to send our students or have this program for our students? So we will contact you individually if we think that you would be a good fit to do the demo class. We only reach out to people who have done their evaluation. But if you think you'd be a good fit and if you think that if you're interested in it, just reach out to us. Again, reach out to Mike, me, or Daniel. I will go into who they are in a little bit. The demo class is basically your evaluation topic. So whatever you did in your evaluation, you're just going to do that in the demo class. So it's our way of knowing. We also know that, okay, you're a good fit. You did your evaluation properly. So you'll be okay in teaching a demo class. If students sign up after the demo class, you will get a little $20 reward. And let's say like nobody signs up, but you did put in the hours for the demo class, you'll just receive volunteering hours. So yeah, we'll send you a sign up form or contact you individually if we think you'd be a good fit for that. All right. We also have like a teacher training orientation video that can be found in the Start Here classroom. That's like our little welcome video for you guys. So if you haven't already, do check that out. Now, when you guys all signed up using the application form, you were asked whether you'd be interested in teaching for underprivileged or low-income communities, and that comes under our STEM for All program. In this, we just create classes for the underprivileged and low income, and we conduct these classes in libraries, or we even do it through Zoom. So there are like the ones that I know in New Jersey, there's like the pockets of like the capital, so like Trenton, Camden, those are our main areas right now. There are places all across the country that we have. I believe one of the initiatives that we've started is one in Tanzania, where we're interacting with an organization there with STEM for All. So that's about like STEM for All, where we have, you guys can just teach for free there. Now, we also have this opportunity for you guys to create a club at your school. So some of you might be in middle school or high school. So you guys can create a club, and just, if you're interested in that, reach out to Mike. He'll guide you through the step-by-step on how to create a club at your school. Or you can create a local chapter, which is basically you're building an AI Go Learning branch in your state, country, or province, like depending on where you're from. So so far we have AI Go Learning India, AI Go Learning Vietnam. I think we have AI Go Learning Texas, and there's one more, I forget. But yeah, AI Go Learning Switzerland. So if you're interested in creating one for your country, just let us know. We'll be very happy to help you out with that. All right. Okay, a couple more slides. We're almost there. So we're actually a certified organization for the President's Volunteer Service Award. So if you're interested and if you've done enough hours with us, we might reach out to you and ask for you to apply for this award so that you can get the actual award, and we'll send you the medal and the letter. So you can learn more about this at the presidentialserviceawards.gov website. It's a really cool thing to get. I got one, I think, last year. So yeah, it's really fun. You can always work through it. So yeah, and then the hours change according to your age category. So I qualified for a different category this year, and now I'm kind of sad. It's more hours, but it's okay. So yeah, that's about the President's Volunteer Service Award. And we also ask that if you're interested in becoming an AI Go Learning member, like myself, you can always check us out at our aigolearning.org/our impact website. You'll learn more about who we are and us, really who each individual person is on the team. So this is the website. We started off from like 8 people to like say like 12, and then we recently met up in last August for the first time. So yeah, this is our team with the directors and all of that. Then these are our team members. So yeah, it's crazy. We've been together for like a while now. So yeah, if you're interested in becoming an AI Go Learning member, please do check us out there. All right, and now I kind of have to do this, but a shameless plug, follow us on our social medias. So if you guys have any Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, I only see one person maybe doing it, I hope. Anyways, damn, okay. So definitely do follow us through these platforms. We send out like information through that. We have like tips and things like that. So if you're interested, definitely do that, please. All right. So just to like summarize training overall, this is like the timeline you should be following. So all of you have done your application. Please join the Discord server. It's very important. I also manage the Discord servers, and it's very sad when I get people's emails instead of Discord messages because I don't like emails at all. But I will respond to you guys. Don't worry. So yeah, you can do the join the Discord server. You can do this training session that all of you are doing right now, so you don't have to worry about the optional part. You can join the training classroom, which is through the Start Here classroom that I mentioned throughout this session. And then you do your evaluation using the Discord server. Then you do your working paper, so the legal stuff, and then you fill out the training availability form, and we'll reach out to you and ask if you're available during this time. We'll create a class, and then you'll be on your way for teaching. The other form is like the temporary class change stuff. So let's hope that none of you guys have to do the class changing, but it's okay. Right, okay, so we'll get to the questions that you guys submitted through the like form that you guys filled out for this. So are teachers allowed to work hybrid? I don't think we really have any hybrid programs at the moment. So what I do is I teach at the local community college for the AI Go Learning. So that is like completely in person. We have either entirely in person or entirely virtual. Hybrid hasn't really started with us. So no, we don't, there's nothing to allow per se. We just don't offer that as of right now. What are the usual class hours for classes when we work in the summer? Like each class is a max 1.5 hours to like maybe 2 hours, because you're like trying to teach kids and attention span is also pretty bad. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, my attention span is also bad, but it's okay. But we're trying to make sure that the kids can learn as much as they can, but also make sure that they're having fun in the summertime. If they're kind of stuck at home, like learning all day, that's kind of boring. So yeah, so it's mainly like we have classes in the morning till like late in the afternoon. I don't think we go into like the nighttime really. Are we responsible for grading students' work if there is any? Yes, if you're giving them homework, like at least look through the work and make sure that they're actually doing it, because most of the time these kids would have put in the hours and time to do the homework. So it would be bad if you just ask them to do the homework and not check it. So please do that. If you have a TA, you can always ask them to look through it. And if they notice anything, just like flag it for you. We don't really do any like grading per se, at least I don't, but I think that's an unnecessary stress on the students further than school. So yeah, you don't have to worry about like any formal A or B grade. Why not teach Linux and Arduino? I mean, if you're interested in creating a curriculum for us for Linux, definitely do let me know. Like, and I'll get you connected with the right people with curriculum development. We do have an Arduino course that we started the last fall or maybe this winter. So yeah, that's available. But Linux, if you're interested, if you think you can help us create the curriculum, let us know. Pay for this job, like I showed earlier, that chart is available on the Start Here classroom on Thinkland. So you can always refer to that throughout your teaching with us. But yeah, it's like hourly pays based on the number of students you have in your class. And all of this information, to answer the next question, is all this information can be found on the Thinkland classroom with the courses and, like the projects that you'll be teaching. Also, all of our presentations and homework is available on the Thinkland platform. How to sign up for the evaluation, just use the Discord server that we have put in the evaluation step, which is step 4, I think. And you can follow the steps in that Discord server to create your evaluation time and meet your evaluator. All right. Any chance to get payment in near future? Just if you do the whole training process, become a teacher, you'll get paid. Salary, again, determined by the number of students in your class, and then this position is fully remote. If you're interested in teaching in person, and if you think if we find a school near you that we are connected to, we'll try and get you to teach in person. That is, if you're interested only. All right, yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, put in the chat. I think one person did. I don't like I said earlier, I don't like emails, but if you need to, you can always email me. Give me 2 days to respond, because sometimes school will come up. Again, if you just DM me on Discord also, if you're able to, and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. I think somebody sent a chat. Sorry. No, you do not have to wait for the training week to start in May. You can, sorry if I didn't make this clear. If you want to start training immediately, you can, right after this. If you want to start training, go ahead. You don't have to wait for the training week for you to do the training for the courses. The only courses that you'll have to use the training week for is the data structures and the Python plus AI course. All right. Hopefully that answered your question. I'll stop sharing real quick, and then I'll pull up the Discord server. It's also nice to see all of you. Okay, let me just quickly pull it up. Okay, one sec. Okay, I think some of you might have just joined the Discord server, so that's good to see. All right, so this is the new AI Go Learning New Teachers. I think what is this called? Yes, the AI Go Learning New Teachers server. You'll be using this to get any information that you need. All of these people up here, the training instructors, you can reach out to any of us if you have any questions about training. Some of them might just direct you to me, but it's okay. If you want to just reach out to me straight away, just go ahead. Yeah, so you can reach out to us. You can just right click and then, you'll have to, I don't want to go to my profile, but yeah, you guys can do that on your own time. And then, yeah, all of us, as you can see, all of the teachers who have previously taught with us, they're in this server. So there's 65 people online right now, but then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see that we have 578 people who have entered this server, who have taught with us. So if you're feeling any bit not comfortable with us yet, we have experience with teachers, so please do join us. All right, so that is the AI Go Learning teacher training stuff. Now the evaluation server, mine will look a little different because I am an evaluator, but basically you enter this, you do all of this, it follows this, and then there's class selection. It's a whole thing. I recommend you go through this on your own time, just so that you're more comfortable and I'm not rushing through it, so you guys can explore this on your own time. So yeah, join the Discord server. This is not this one, sorry. This is a really important Discord server for you guys to join, and please do this. You'll get access to so many resources, people-wise especially. So yeah, so I was mentioning Daniel. So Daniel is the founder of AI Go Learning. You can always reach out to him if you have any questions. Like he says here, feel free to DM me with any questions you might have. I should invest in Discord Nitro so that my profile bio is specific to only AI Go Learning servers, but it's okay. So yeah, this is his AI Go Learning profile. So if you have any questions, reach out to him. You can also reach out to me. You can reach out to Juthan. He's also a really good resource. He's a new addition to our training team. Same with Austin. And yeah, but all these people are free to answer any questions you guys might have. What I ask is that once you've created your Discord account, or if you already have one and you've joined this server, please DM me with your name and just be like, hey, I'm this person. Yeah, just say that, and then I'll respond with a hi or something like that. So yeah, just so that I can make sure that you guys are in the server. So yeah, that's all I ask for you guys to do with the Discord. Oh, I forgot to show you guys who Mike is. Well, okay, once you guys reach out to me on Discord, I'll show you who Mike is. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys. Did you guys have any questions for me before I end this session? Okay, I did well on time. I was aiming for like an hour, so I did less than that. So that's good. All right, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess I'll end this session. Again, if you think of anything, just message me on Discord. You can email me too, but okay, maybe not. I'll be sending this recording and the presentation slides in a little bit once the recording has developed. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon, and good luck on your evaluations. All right, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.